Let me ask you more about taking the season off. Tell me why, tell me how, and tell me you'll be back.
Yeah, so I'm no different than everyone else. When I saw the string of tragedies and the murders and everything that was in America, I felt like I needed to do something. I think we all felt that calling that something's not right here. So my heartstrings are pulling at me, and I decided to opt out of this 2020 season. Yes, it's just for this 2020 season, but I just felt like this time right now, and I've said it a lot, that moments equal momentum, and we have a lot of momentum right now, and I want to keep it going.
What are your goals? I mean, tell us what you'd like, what you're trying to communicate, what you're trying to organize. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to get, first of all, with More Than a Vote, it's bringing attention to there's arena polling. And the thing about arena polling is it's open space, there's transit, public transit, but they're also doing different initiatives. I know a lot of people have seen what's going on in Florida. They're trying to help convicted felons, but they're still voters. A lot of people feel that once somebody is convicted that they just should have no more rights and not be able to do anything, but the More Than a Vote campaign is going to help with that. So there's a lot of different things going on. I have some initiatives of my own that's going to launch soon. So I'm pretty excited of how things are going now.
So, Mike, Renee is doing off the court and with all of her time and energy, which is clearly formidable, with some of the players tried to get it last night on the court. And the NBA has always had more ease with letting their players use their First Amendment rights, express their support for social justice causes. But that display last night was it was universal. It wasn't just a couple players exercising their right to do what they want. It was a statement by the league. What do you think?
Well, first of all, what Renee is doing is a hymn to everything we want sports stars in this country to do in terms of social justice and activism. So good on her. I used to live in Connecticut. I saw her in college, so I appreciate fully. And Nicole, think about where we are, okay? It wasn't so long ago the President of the United States was calling kneeling football players sons of, I don't know, Rick Stengel could say it, but he was calling them SOBs, okay? Now we see what happened last night. And nobody has said that sports is essential, that we must have sports back. But it also feels important. And it feels important not just because of T-shirts, because we are seeing levels of activism, the likes of which we haven't seen since Ali and my dear late friend, Arthur Ashe. And sports at its best takes great big places like America and makes them feel like small town high school gyms. And I'll tell you, last night, I'm sure Renee felt the same way. The last minute of that Lakers-Clippers game, when LeBron James made sports look exactly the way it used to, you tell me, would you rather watch that or would you rather watch Jim Jordan try to smart mouth an American hero like Anthony Fauci?
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.